Novak, how meaningful is that to you? Obviously, he's been in great form on clay. You took advantage of your opportunities, and how do you see that match? Where does it put you?
Yeah, very important match for me, very important win against one of the best players in the world in general, of course, this year, and especially on clay, with wins against Nadal and Federer, obviously. Winning tournament in Barcelona, he's in a great form. Very difficult conditions to play in. This is the fastest conditions that I've played in this tournament so far. Very heavy ball from his side, and next to Rafa, he probably is the player with most spin and rotation on the ball. So it's very hard to kind of dictate the play, stay close to the line, which was obviously the tactic coming into the match. I knew that I need to be closer to the line and try to dictate the play, mix up the pace. I didn't want it to give him too much time. If he has a lot of time, I mean, he's as good of a player as you can get on the surface. So it worked. It worked well, especially in the important moments. I thought I held my nerves well. It was a very close match. Could have gone either way. Absolutely. He would be deserved if he would win the match. He was break up in both sets. Maybe I should have closed it out when I was serving for it 6-5, but got a little bit nervous and made some unforced errors, and we got into tiebreak. And both tiebreaks, I thought I was calm, I was composed. I played the right shots, and I read his serve well. So my serve percentage dropped in the second set, and wasn't serving that well, but when I needed it in tiebreak, I got it. So that that was obviously very, very encouraging.
Novak, was there an issue with the shot clock, and was there a problem with your focus when you were serving then, or what exactly was going on?
Well, it was also a physical match, so I mean, I took a bit more time between the points, especially in the important moments. Nerves kick in. I know I bounced the ball a lot, and I didn't complain for most of those warnings that I got, because I know I went over the allowed time. So not much to say, except maybe one situation where I thought maybe it was unnecessary to get warning 2 points in a row, and it was important point important moment in the match. Just this. Everything else was fine.
Novak, you mentioned trying to take time away from a Dominic. How much more difficult is it to do on this surface compared to hard courts, even in these kind of faster conditions?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, very challenging. Because he was in form, he beat Roger yesterday and won Indian Wells, Barcelona, playing great, beating Rafa on clay. I mean, so I thought coming into the match actually that he was the favorite, bigger favorite to win it. So that's why it's a great win for me. I mean, I'm really pleased that I won against Dominic, who is, as I said, in top shape, and in semifinals of a big event like this. On conditions that are, quite favorable to someone that plays his style with a lot of spin. As I said, very, very satisfied, and hopefully I can have another great match tomorrow.
Hi Novak. Going back to the time violations, do you believe 25 seconds is suitable time as a player, and will you like to see any adjustments in our policy?
I think 25 is fair, more than enough time. It's just that sometimes, because of the rules are basically that chair umpire starts the clock only when he calls the score. And I noticed a couple of times today that the chair umpire started the clock while he was calling the score. So that's obviously something I don't agree with, but at the same time, 25 seconds is plenty in my opinion. Of course, it does play with your mind. At times you feel like you need more because, you know, different factors are affecting that particular circumstances, you know, whether the towel is late or you drop a ball or whatever it is, you know, you want to get maybe time in the shade before coming back in, and so all of these things, you know, spend a lot of seconds for you, and when you get to your line and then you're starting with your own routine, and my routine is ball bouncing, which is not very complementary to this rule, and yeah, it gets you in a position to get time violation.
Milana Manovic is here again, and I would like to know how important is for your success the coming back of your old team.
Yes, well, thank you for mentioning it. I think this is the first time I got asked about Milana Manovic in my entire career, because it was always about Marian and Gigi, who is my fitness coach, but I think never anyone asked me about him, so I'm really glad. Thank you for that. I'm sure he will be very pleased. It's really nice to have him because he's also one of my best friends. You know, he's I was a godfather. I'm a godfather to his daughters as well, so we have a very, very close relationship. And we made a break. Obviously, not working together for a year and a half. He was working with Milos Raonic. And then we agreed to start again, and it's wonderful to see him there. You know, to have him also professionally as part of my life. But even though our relationship has never suffered privately because we've stopped professionally, we always stayed very close.
Novak, you've made some incredible winners throughout your career. How is ranking these insane shots you did today with the lob on the stretch? You can't practice that.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the most exciting shots I played under the circumstances. I mean, the ball kind of passed me already, and I just managed to kind of do a flick of the wrist and basically place it perfectly in the corner. So it was the point of the match for sure.
Novak, just to cover this base, if you do play Rafa in the final, just set it up for us, how you see that, and you know what it would mean to you to face him at this stage. Are you ready, you think, to take him on?
Well, I think with the tennis that I've performed today, I feel like I'm ready. You know, I'm ready for that challenge, and Rafa is always an ultimate challenge on any tournament on clay, and I think if I get to play him, this match was a good lead up to that in a way, because Dominic also plays with a very heavy spin. Of course, Rafa is lefty, but still, it's kind of a pace of the ball and rotation of the ball that is kind of similar to Rafa's in style. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, he's got to beat Tsitsipas tonight, who is also not an easy opponent to play against. He's in form. You know, a young player who is already top 10. So yeah, it's finals. So I mean, playing Rafa in the finals of Madrid is as big of a challenge as you can get right now, and I'm looking forward to it. I already had the experience of playing him in the finals here, and hopefully I can, as I said, hopefully I can be at my best, because that's what's going to be needed to win. Thank you.